How you doing out there? This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer from Chandler, Arizona. And I was going to do this and I almost forgot. Well, I'm not going to forget this time. You never get thanked. And I'm thanking you. I hope you're listening. Hey, the YouTube inventors, you let me have these sonnets out there in cyberspace and I'll never be able to repay you. YouTube, fantastic. Thank you. The word is gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude, the Trinity. You know what the Trinity is, right? The YouTube inventors, Yaved Karim. I think I said that right, but maybe I didn't, but I tried to let people know your name out there in cyberspace. Who else would even do that for you? You don't get thanked near enough. And also Steve Chen. Steve Chen. He helped invent YouTube. Chad Hurley. He's one of the ones that invented YouTube. And I got right here, I wrote geniuses. And I almost forgot because I did it once before, but you probably didn't get it. Well, you know, what is that? Negligence on your staff's part. Anyway, here, I've got a thing I want to talk to you. I write sonnets. And this sonnet, it's about our republic. Our republic, the United States of America, we're all Americans together. Our republic is dying. It's dying because there's not enough people that understand. And I taught civics and government. My government teachers were terrible. I had a government teacher in college that couldn't even speak English. He read out of the book. Well, he had a doctorate, and I guess he was qualified on. He was terrible. I had to pay money so I could listen to somebody read out of the book I'm holding in my hand. I guess that's better than nothing, huh? What I'm telling you is, it's never in the books. And I don't know why, and it's important. And I'm telling you from my heart, listen, this is the preamble to the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights, look what it says. It says, the conventions of a number of states having at the time of their adopting our Constitution, our holy Constitution, okay, expressing a desire in order to prevent misconstruction, or abuse of its powers. The government cannot abuse its powers. That further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added. And as extending the grounds of public confidence in the government will best ensure the beneficent, the happy, the good ends of its institution. It's a limit. It's a limit on the government's rights, and people don't even read the Bill of Rights. Well, they should, and they better start doing it because our republic's in danger. And we got a media that is they've turned into a bunch of Marxist professors that want everything free. Nothing's free. And Thomas Jefferson wrote this. He wrote this right now. I'm reading it. I wrote it down 22 years ago. Suppression of the press would not more completely deprive the nation than something worse. That if the press is abandoned its prostitution to falsehood, that they become prostitutes when they have nothing but lies. Look at the New York Times making accusations. The gal said, I don't recall that, but it's a headline that one of our Supreme Court justices, Justice Kavanaugh, they're after him over what? Of something that's made up lies? And that's what Thomas Jefferson said, that the national media and the press can become prostitutes if they abandon their truth to falsehood. I didn't write that. Thomas Jefferson did. And my sonnet is talking about that. This sonnet says, sonnet number 1247. I've written a few because, man, I love Shakespeare so much. It's just fun trying to copy him. The name of this sonnet is, Our Republic is in Danger of Dying. George Washington, he warned us. Citizens must be eternally vigilant. We got to protect our liberty. We got to protect our freedom. Our country was forged in revolution. Our republic must guard against tyrants who don't want liberty and freedom. They want to be the boss. They want to rule us. Despots, tyrants, masquerading as public servants. They want to be king. They want to run everything. And I'll tell you what, they are evil serpents. Talents, they use talents for personal enrichment, and up to a point, that's okay, I guess, but they're power-hungry varmints. Abraham Lincoln just hated lions outside his door, his office door. They out there, lines of them, people seeking sinecures, Sonneteer, what's that? A cushy job, a cushy job. Men seeking federal employment, good salaries, cushy, cushy jobs. Splendid pensions, immense authority. They think they're God. Attracting lazy scoundrels, because there's a lot of scoundrels that are in positions of authority. I'll tell you, these people that are, I've been talking about them, that are in government, they're gifted in subterfuge. They're unscrupulous. They're parasitic malingerers. There's a mouthful. Public office holders, they're appointed. They're not elected, a lot of them. They have super huge egos. I mean, they think they're better than anybody else. Hey, strong men, strong women, strong leaders. All of us could do the same job if we were elected or if we were appointed. These people in office, classic indolence. They retire. There's too many unessential federal employees. I remember about 10 years ago, there was a huge storm in Washington, D.C., and they said, well, all unessential federal employees stay home. Well, they stayed home. 150,000 people didn't go in that day. If they're unessential, why do they have jobs? Where are the audits? I need to know that. I think taxpayers want to know that. Federal employees, if they're unessential, why do they have jobs? Other than vital police functions, we got to have police. You got to support the police. We have to support the police. Only other things that we need beside the police is a strong military. And we got to have a strong military. We got enemies out there. Do you know that China could field an army of 100 million men? They got 1.4 billion people. Well, that's reasonable. An army of 100 million men, with each of them with an AK-47. Each of them, they're all black belts in Kung Fu and Wushu. And I'm telling you, we need our military. All other government functions should be freely privatized. Take bids on it. Even the best government. Everybody says that, like Thomas Jefferson. Even the best government is inefficient. Bloated in size, broken rules, ignored laws, government workers deified. They think they're God and they're not. Holy oath. They take an oath. You check Article 6 of the Federal Constitution, and what you're going to see is that everybody, Article 6 of the Constitution says every public official, they have to take an oath. They have to swear to God that they will fight against the king. Let me do this right. The holy oath requires public officials to fight against enemies. Any enemy, foreign or domestic. Hey, we have a lot of domestic enemies. Domestic enemies, ubiquitous. I never get to say that word. Domestic enemies, ubiquitous. They're everywhere. We got to rise up now. We have to support the law. The law. How do these politicians enter service? They're politicians that they get elected to Congress. And they have they're just poor people. Their income is small. And I don't understand how did they get the money to become wealthy in public offices? The Clintons said they were broke, and now they're worth $150 million. Where'd they get that $150 million? They took it from a charity. Think of that. Think of that. Maybe I should start a charity. Maybe we should all start charities. Domestic enemies abound. Look at Naylor trying to dye his hair and get attention. What is he trying to do? You got to get something done instead of sitting there. We got problems. Stop this petty crap. He's the president, and I like Donald Trump. I supported Osama Obama. I didn't like him. But you got to support the office. And you guys, you Democrats, like Adam Schiff, you're ashamed of your people. Your people should be ashamed of you. You're just, I don't know. I don't want to say you're another Trotsky. But hey, you're ashamed of your people. Maxine Waters, what's wrong with you? The Democrats, the Democrats, they had the slaves. Don't you understand that? How can you be a Democrat? Now they want to enslave everybody again so they can be the overseers. Okay? Vote for us. Vote for us. Everything is going to be free. Everything is going to be free. Yeah, Maxine Waters, I don't think you're very smart. I should say, maybe you're an idiot to be a Democrat. And they had the slaves. The Republicans freed the slaves. What's wrong with you? Panicked Pelosi galore. Panicked Pelosi galore. She can't even control her own party. She has to step aside. She can't control her own party. You got these crazy four. They're crazy, man. I mean, they're stupid too. They don't know anything. And then here's Spartacus Booker. Oh, he's Spartacus. Spartacus was a slave. You're no slave. Your parents are wealthy. You come from a wealthy home. Spartacus Booker. Give me a duck and break. All these Democrats they are vile obstructionists, filibustering, wasting time. We have real problems. And look at Che Guevara Ocasio-Cortez, crazy Cortez. Do you know about the real Cortez that massacred people in Mexico? Do you know about him? Miss Cortez? Che Guevara, that's what you are. Ocasio-Cortez, a domestic enemy. Historically, you, Che Guevara Cortez, you're a historically illiterate communist. Let's call it what it is. You're brain socialism like a mulish jackass. And hey, the Democrats, they're muled. I can't believe it. You got a mule you got a jackass for your, oh, I don't want to hear it. Democratic Marxists. That's what you guys are. Marxists forgetting the evil history of the Union of Socialist Republics of Russia. Russia, the Soviets, they massacred Russian citizens, those socialists. Intentional Soviet Holocaust. They starved people to death. And you have these Democrats now, anything for a vote, anything for a vote. And the massacres of Russian citizens, intentional Soviet Holocaust. I don't understand why you think it's going to be any different here if the socialists take over. They'll do anything for a vote. Get immigrants. They want immigrants to vote straight Democrat. We'll give you free everything. You don't speak whatever language that we want. American. English is the #1 language of science, of mathematics, of computers, of literacy. It's everything, because English, when we like a word, we just take it. It's ours. Siesta, that's Spanish. No, it isn't. It's ours. Los Angeles, that's pretty. We'll make it, that's ours. Whatever it is, we steal the words. You look at it behind a word and it says its roots. A lot of Latin, Greek, Spanish. I'm telling you what, English is the way. We chose that one language. And if you people keep hanging on to your secondary language, what you're going to do is you're going to be held behind. It's going to hold you behind, because you got to learn everything in English. And that's what that the Democrats, they don't want. They just want to take care of you. They don't think you have a brain in your head. Well, I'm telling you, the Republicans freed the slaves, and I want everybody free. Anyway, they're never telling immigrants that Democrats fought for slavery. They were the slaveholders. The Simon Legrees were the whips. They promise all things are going to be free. And they produce nothing but poverty, delivering despair. It's George Orwell all over again. 1984's wicked autocrats. The boss, Big Brother, running everything, making you nothing but an automaton and not giving it any kind of a civil right to you. And we don't want that. And the Democrats, that's what they want. Solinsky Democrats, all they do is offer chaos. That's what they want. Chaos, so they can get power. Anything to get power. Well, those people, Solinsky, worship the devil. And I'm telling you what, we have a church, Satan, a satanic temple, to say that here in Metro Phoenix. They wanted to, in the Scottsdale City Board meeting, they wanted to give the invocation. And the Suckfield people, I could just kiss those people on the board, because they said, well, you can just go to hell because you're not going to give the invocation. And now they don't even give any invocations at all because of the Church of Satan. They're around. Don't think they're not. Everything, they just don't get it. The Democrats, they're offering nothing but chaos. All they do is filibuster. It's just stagnation in Congress. We got to get to work. The Republicans are trying to help. Donald Trump is trying to help. Please, please, he's the president. Have to support him. I want to support him. All three citizens know that capitalism, that's what we are. Donald Trump, a businessman, that capitalism pays for talents. It's not hard to understand. Capitalism pays for talents. Your talents. And you should be paid for your talents. If everybody used their talent, we could all be a whole lot better off, because everybody's talented. It's God's gift. Well, Solinsky Democrats, they're the enemies of talent. They think everybody's the same. And I'll tell you something, none of us are the same. Under the law, we're the same, as long as we can get a good attorney. But we're equal under the law. But the rest is your talent. And I'm talking to you people out there. You have talents you don't even use. And please, please, please think about what I'm telling you. You have talent. In this sonnet here, our republic is in danger of dying. We got to stand up. I'm talking to Citizens United. Okay? I think I'm one of those members. We got to help each other. I mean, make your own videos. You got to do something. Veterans, I'm talking to you. Captain Stan Blunt, my hero. Come on, man. He would have died for this country. You would have died for your country. Well, it's time to stand up, okay? Our republic is dying right now. We've got too many domestic enemies that won't obey the law. And there has to be rules. Without rules, we live as animals. And Bass Reeves, who was born a slave, he was a marshal for 32 years of the law because he said the law is everything. He had to arrest under warrant 3,000 really bad dudes. They didn't want to be arrested, to be taken back and hanged because they knew what they did was wrong. He arrested 3,000, more than 3,000. He's the real hero. And he said the law is everything. Without law, I've lived without law, bad law, and that's not a life at all. The law is everything. And I'm asking you, I'm begging you, please, all of you out there that are listening, hey, you got to understand, if we don't have law, we've lost our republic. Read the Constitution. Read the Bill of Rights. If you'll just do that, you'll understand it's paid for with blood. And a lot of you out there, it's been paid for with your blood. I'm just asking for your help. Our republic is in danger of dying. God bless all of us. Allah pour vous. Au revoir, mes amis.